Work hard, climb the ladder, buy the house, live happily ever after. That's the American dream, right? But what if it was never real, just a clever trap, wrapped in stars and stripes? Let's talk about one of the greatest illusions ever sold, the American dream. We were promised a life of dignity, a stable job, a loving family, a house with a white picket fence. If we worked hard and played by the rules, the world would reward us. But here's the truth. 64% of Americans now live paycheck to paycheck. That's nearly 2/3 of the country, working endlessly just to survive, not to thrive, not to build wealth, just to avoid drowning. Let's start with the facts. The dream was sold to us as a contract: give your labor, get security. But wages have stagnated for decades, while CEO pay skyrocketed 1,460% since 1978. The average worker, their productivity rose 62%, but their pay, only 17%. And if you're waiting for the cavalry, don't bother. The cavalry sold you out. The American dream was never designed for everyone. It was marketed, packaged, and pushed by corporations and politicians as a means of control. A carrot on a stick, dangled just far enough to keep the masses moving, grinding, and consuming. Friedrich Nietzsche once wrote, "Hope in reality is the worst of all evils because it prolongs the torments of man." That's exactly what the dream has become. Institutionalized hope, a torment dressed in ambition. While you're taught to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, CEOs average 400 times the salary of their workers. The top 1% owns more wealth than the entire middle class. And corporate profits, sky high, even during a pandemic, even during a housing crisis, even while you ration groceries and skip medical appointments. College, a death sentence. Healthcare, a luxury. Housing, a battleground. It's no accident. This is by design. The dream told us that success was individual, that if we failed, it was our fault. But look around. Wages have stagnated for decades. Housing prices have risen nearly 120% since 2000. Meanwhile, real median household income has barely budged. The system isn't broken, it's rigged. You were never meant to own the house, you were meant to mortgage your future for it. To finance the dream, so someone else could profit off your labor, your desperation, your belief. It's not just a scam. It's a masterpiece of manipulation. The dream wasn't stolen, it was a scam from the start. A carrot on a stick to keep us compliant. But here's the truth. You weren't born to be a battery for their machine. The real dream? That's waking up to this American deception and creating something new on our own. It's time we rise up and take back our sovereignty. The American dream was sold to us like a lottery ticket. Work hard, be good, stay quiet, and someday you'll win. But you don't have to play that game. You can write your own rules. Because here's the secret. While they own the systems, we own the moments. They can commodify homes, but not the feeling of safety. They can hike tuition, but they can't monopolize knowledge. They can inflate the cost of living, but they can't put a price on meaning. The lie was that success is a mansion, a title, a car. But real wealth? It's time with people who get you. It's waking up without dread in your chest. It's creating something that didn't exist before you touched it. You were never broken, the system is. And that's where the power lies. Because once you stop chasing their dream, you're free to build your own. Grow food, share skills, learn trades. Start small things with people who care big. Live slower, love louder. Look, we may never have Wall Street's money, but they will never have our community. They don't know what it means to look out for each other without profit in mind, but we do. Nietzsche also said, He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Your why doesn't need to be flashy, it just needs to be true. So no, we don't need their permission. Not to dream, not to build, and not to heal. Because we are not just consumers, we are creators. And we're not trapped. We're just waking up. The old world was built on power and control. We don't have to rebuild their broken system. We can create a new one.